Hey everyone! You may have noticed recently that there's been some big YouTubers that have reported significant drops in their viewership and also weird changes with the YouTube algorithm. Now, one of the things they've been talking about is something called restricted mode, which I had never even heard about prior to this week, but it's apparently been a feature on the platform for like 15 years. But as someone who has recently had their channel effectively decimated, I'm eager to look into anything that might be affecting me. So I looked into it, and restricted mode is basically just a setting you can put on your YouTube account, which will literally hide any videos that I guess an AI has decided may have mature content. Now, for many of these creators, when they turn on restricted mode, about half of their videos are being removed. I think I have the worst case by far. For me, 97.7% of my stream content is removed. And for my videos, it's about 80 to 90%. It's harder to tell with my videos because I have like a billion videos. So even removing the vast majority of them, I still have a ton, way too many to count, but it's about 80 to 90%. Now, the good news is restricted mode is off by default. You have to turn it on yourself, although there are some reports of people just having it turn on without their knowledge. But I'm not too worried about that. Everyone I asked has it off by default. That seems to just be the standard. However, it does seem to be affecting things outside of people that have that setting turned on for them. Digging into my analytics, I'm definitely seeing some weird stuff. So I wanted to share that with you. And also, I just want to say, this whole thing makes no sense. When we, as creators, upload videos to YouTube, we literally have to tell them all of the things that may be problematic in those videos. Like there's categories of things that we have to mark, telling them exactly what's in the videos, and then they verify it, and then that determines if it's advertiser friendly or not. So I don't know why they're not using that system. And under that system, basically all of my content minus like a small percentage is not mature, but they're clearly not using that, and it is having a massive impact on my channel, at least with that mode on and potentially otherwise. So anyways, I wanted to show you what I found. Okay, so what we're looking at here is my channel with restricted mode on my live tab. And you can see there are 24 streams available here, and that is it, which is crazy because I've streamed a lot on my channel. If we go to my YouTube studio, I'm on the live tab. I'm sorting for public visibility because I do have some private streams. And there are 1,046 streams available. But with restricted mode on, only 24 of them are shown. 97.7% are hidden. And it's not much better on the videos tab. On videos, if we scroll on a little bit so we can read, it doesn't take long to scroll down. And we're already a year old. But I made hundreds of videos this year, and this is all that is showing in this mode. But once again, if that was just isolated to this mode, and maybe it is, then that's fine. But it does seem to be affecting my promotion. So I don't want to go too far into analytics, but let me show you this chart. This is the impressions I've gotten on the channel over the last 90 days, and I made some circles to help illustrate the point I'm trying to make. So this first circle here is the release of my Death Stranding 2 walkthrough, and you can see it had almost no impact on impressions on the channel at all. You have this normal down and up, that's weekdays, then weekend, weekday, weekend, and it hit during the weekday and just basically no change. It's like it never happened, which is very unusual. Historically on the channel, you release a new series, as long as it does well, it's going to have a huge spike in interest, but there's just nothing here. And then likewise, going to the next circle, that is Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. That's when that series got released, and maybe a very slight improvement, but basically nothing happens there as well. And you'll notice, if we're in restricted mode on my videos, they're nowhere to be found. There's no Wu Chang, and there's no Death Stranding. They are just gone. There are a couple of Death Strandings, but definitely not the early parts, which are going to drive the most traffic. So they're just gone. Now, this third circle, you can see there's a huge change here. So clearly something good happened. We went from 170,000 impressions to 270,000 in a single day. So you would expect something big, but all that is this video. I just made a video, me in front of my webcam, just to tell people I'm still making videos. And it did okay. It did 3,300 views, but it just had a massive impact like a new series would in terms of impressions. But then it falls off quickly because there's no follow-up. I made like a dog video because I'm just trying stuff. But then there's just a week of nothing in this restricted mode until I released this controller video, which did great. It got 13,000 views, and that's that circle right there. And you can see another huge impact. Impressions go way up again, but then no follow-up again. So we drop back down. And then this final circle here is my Metal Gear series, which did great as far as, recent standards go. It did fantastic, but it also had no impact. In fact, impressions are going down after it releases. So that is extremely weird. And if we look at all of those videos in our non-restricted mode, they did well. So they got views, they got impressions, but for whatever reason, that did not increase the impressions on the channel at all. It's like they never happened. So right there, you can see Metal Gear already getting close to 10K views in a couple weeks. The follow-up episodes are doing pretty good as well. Looking at Wu Chang, it's similar, 5.8K views. The follow-ups are decent as well. And Death Stranding is in a similar boat. So all of these videos are outperforming that one in front of me and the webcam in terms of views and impressions, but in terms of the impact on the channel, the webcam video did way better. And I always made a joke like, hey, I could just, if I need views, I could just make a video with a thumbnail of my face. And now it's kind of making more sense, because guess what you're seeing on restricted mode? It's my face. Because all these videos with my face are the ones that aren't going to get marked as mature, because I'm not playing some video game. So it's just my face, my face, my face, my face. And there seems to be correlation there of if I'm not getting videos flagged as restricted, then I'm actually getting some growth on my channel in terms of like getting attention, getting impressions. And if I'm not, even if my videos do well because it's getting notifications out to my subscribers and they're clicking and it's getting some impressions from search and all that stuff, it's having zero impact on the channel. It's like it never happened. So that's what I'm seeing. I thought it was strange. To me, it feels like there's something there, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to experiment around this. I'm going to see if I can maybe figure out how to make my videos not restricted, or maybe make more videos that aren't restricted that can maybe give me boosts. I don't know, but it's interesting at the very least. I don't think that this is coincidence. I think there's actually something here. By the way, if you're curious, I apparently made the algorithm mad a couple days ago, so I'm just going straight down. Today's probably going to be worse. This kind of stuff just happens. I don't know what I did, but it really didn't like whatever that was, or it's just deciding to attack me for some reason. I won't pretend to understand how any of this works anymore. But this is why I have a Patreon. So if you guys do want to support this channel, I have a Patreon. It's down in the, there's a link down in the description below. If you like what I do here, if I've entertained you, if I've helped you in any way, and you've got some cash to spare, I could use the support over there, because that's just support for the channel where I don't have to jump through any hoops. I just know what I'm getting, and I can make the content that you guys like. So if you're able to help, that would be awesome. But if not, we're just going to keep trying stuff around here. I'm going to figure this out, and we're going to get this channel back on track. So anyways, thank you for watching. Hope this helps somebody, or maybe this video will get some attention. That'd be nice. And you all have a great day.